Twin Cities Live. We're celebrating our 9th birthday all hour long, and our next guest has been with us almost from the beginning. Jodi Livon first appeared on the show, oh my gosh, look at this, back in August of 2009, and quickly became one of our most asked about guests, and frankly, controversial. We have gotten more emails and phone calls about Jodi than anybody else.
I can imagine that. Here with a few of her favorite moments from the show, we welcome the happy medium, Jodi Livon.
Hi, Jodi. We both go a little longer as we get a little older. I like it. I like it.
So over the years, since you've appeared on the show, we want to know the most common questions that you get are what?
Things like, can you see my dad? He died 3 years ago. What's he saying?
Ooh.
Oh, boy. Oh, so they'll get very specific and pointed just on approaching you.
Oh, on approaching me. And they'll touch me, which is funny. You know, they touch you when you're pregnant. People, and I actually don't mind it because they're so sweet, sweetest audience members. And they'll say things like, can you read my mind? And isn't that hard to do that on the show? Really fast?
So I've heard that people often contact you after the show. When you're on the show and you're doing a reading, which happens quite often, that you're doing a live reading with someone, and not only from that person to write to you and say, oh, this connected, but it's from people that they know. What happens?
They'll call and they'll say, you know how she said no to that? It was yes. I work with her. I've known her for 10 years.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Or they'll say, oh, she's really actually very shy. You're right, but you've pulled her out of her shell.
Interesting.
So there was a celebrity reading that you did on the show. This is before I came on the show. Back in 2013, Carson Kressley is who you talked with. What stood out to you about this reading? Why is this a memory that lasts for you?
This is one of your favorites.
Because he was so joyful to be right there in the moment, loving every second of the attention, loving to share the attention, loving just being right here, and he was funny, genuinely funny. We have great guests on this show. All the guests are great, but he was colorful, literally.
Yeah, Carson is a person that once you meet him, you don't forget him. He is a really joyful person. Okay, there was an audience member, Sandy Swanson, in January of 2016 that you say was also one of your most memorable and that really stood out to you. Okay, so what do you remember about this woman?
Like, this gets me emotional just to think about this because this is what happens in my office a lot. So this woman wanted to make a change. Her change was a move, but something was holding her back and she didn't know what it was, and I nailed what it was, and I said it on the show.
And you know what? We actually have that. Let's take a look.
And I feel like the move is going to be really good for you. And I feel like you're more ready than you think. I feel like this is a really good move for you, and especially because you won't have to pack as many bags as you think, because you're not going to have all that emotional baggage to take with you. Wow. So it's a really good move, and I like that you're being careful when you do it, right? Isn't that the big? Careful, yeah. You're being very careful, and once you do it, this is your personality. Once I do it, I don't turn back. I want you to say to yourself, no, I won't turn back, but if I feel like turning my head back, I can turn my head back. No one's the boss of this but me.
Okay.
Now, why? Because I'm sure you've had a lot of meaningful encounters with people.
Why
does that stand out to you?
Because she so clearly illustrated the process of a reading and how it can help you and move you forward. Somebody from the other side came through. I nailed something that happened for her when she was younger, going through a divorce, and something with her daughter, and there was abuse. She wasn't abusing, she was being abused. And just saying that, all of a sudden you could just see in her face how she just relaxed and felt more confident moving forward. I love that. It's the process. It wasn't me, it came through me, but it's just this natural process of having a reading.
It's about helping people let go of what's holding them back so that they can move forward into what they're meant to be doing.
And have more joy.
Yes, we like that. Okay, what about ghost hunts, Jodi?
I don't want to talk about it.
So
I'm scared.
often we'll send Jodi to places that are haunted, and people will tell us, I work there, it's haunted. Four Paws Restaurant in St. Paul is your favorite ghost hunt you've ever done on this show. Why, and what should we be looking for when we go to dinner there?
Well, first of all, it's gorgeous.
It's a great place.
It's absolutely gorgeous. And the spirits that are there are so proud of it there. They love, the owners they love it. Some of them are still there and they absolutely love it. There was Hanky Panky around the corner and one of the little, I could feel that, the spirits were telling me that.
Well,
and there was also some spooky stuff that went on there.
Yikes. Keep me clear of those.
That makes you too nervous.
Finally, before we let you go, the most surprising moment on Twin Cities Live for you, what would you say that's been?
I would say I was doing a reading, and the woman I was reading, I all of a sudden realized that she was having some extracurricular activity in her marriage.
Oh boy.
And I didn't say it. I wouldn't say it. And I didn't say it afterwards, but she grabbed me and actually literally pulled me out of the studio to say, I know you know.
Whoa.
Man.
Yikes to that.
Be
And
careful
she's here
what you're
with us
doing.
now.
No,
Come on
she's
up.
not. She's not. her lover. No.
No, geez, thank you so much, Jodi. Thank you so much. Since Jodi began her time back on the show way back in 2008, she's written 2 books. Did you know that? We've posted links to buy both of those at TwinCitiesLive.com. There you can also check out her events page.
And we have more Twin Cities Live coming up.